Welcome back, everybody. This is Tom. New night fun Copperplate video. In last week's video, we had started working on the Browse calligraphy notebook, which I'll show you here. Got my light box going on here. So I got the Browse calligraphy notebook here, which some of you may recognize right off the bat. And we did a couple of letters already, so we did get up to the letter C, have accomplished C in Copperplate, and then we're going to go to do a few more, and instead of kind of doing a little bit more of the explaining, I think I'll go towards more doing so we can knock off several more letters, because I mean, for a whole half hour, that last episode was the first one, it only got through 3 letters, both upper and lowercase. So let's get right on to it. Let's dig in. Hope that your days are going fine and swimmingly, and that you're getting cool from this heat that's going on. It's pretty hot in New Jersey. So I got my D here. As part, I'm just trying to get a good angle. All right, let's bend this up here. All right. So D that's shown here, since it's all one red stroke, that means that this is all one movement. It doesn't separate itself into different movements. If you look at the other examples in the book here, if you look at, let's say, for example, H has a couple of different components where you have the main part of the H and then the little curlicue that comes off to the side there. Mostly everything, well, then you have the F here. F has got the little top hat and then the crossbar. So you'd see that there's actually 3 strokes combined to the one letter. But in this case, the D, even though it looks pretty complex, it's actually just one stroke. And let's try to accomplish that here. I'm just trying to move things around. Egads, this is tough. Trying to get adjusted here so I could even get like a good position on my fountain pen here. And for today's fountain pen, got the Waterman Stalwart 352 Stalwart. Is the same model that I used in the last video. It's a model I like to use for flexible nib writing, particularly because it has such a great snapback, has a fine line when you unflex it, and has a good amount of flex, a good degree of line variation. Now stop talking and let's get writing, because I'm trying to get that D here. All right, so I believe this is how you would go about doing it. So you'd have to go up from here first, come around, go up, a little bit of pressure on the downstroke there, but then coming around, something like that. So then we could do it ourselves here. I make my stroke a little bit, maybe like a little bit more spaced out so that I could kind of let the pen breathe. I've got some Spotify piano music going on in the background. It's just like a general, type of playlist that Spotify has for some calming, soothing piano music. So I figured that would be pretty good to have. Nothing lyrical or vocal or anything like that. Nothing to distract us here. Just some calming, soothing sounds that we could relax to while we're doing this here. Plus the soothing sounds of my voice. Just kidding. Just kidding. That one wasn't good. Very good at all. It's okay. the left side is just really bothersome to try and get a good angle here to be able to write with. Yeah, so that top of the D, it kind of comes like this part right here, it kind of feels like one good motion, come around and then swirl it. Not really feeling these D's right now. D's, get it? I know, lame humor. See, this is why you have to do practice, because it's really not something you can get down pat right away. In fact, after doing them multiple times, it's really not even that surefire of a thing. Alright, so that's the capital D. Lowercase d, very easy. He's been doing all night. And you can see a little bit of show through from what we've done previously there. And this is just a simple loop motion here, going up. And then just when you're bringing it back down, you're going to put pressure to flex the tines. That was a bad D. Yeah, I apologize. I'm listening to Spotify and I don't have premium, so we get ads, and we're just living through that, so.
At the Jeep Celebration event, it's time to celebrate the most awarded and best-selling SUV lineup, including the reimagined 2019 Jeep Cherokee, offering over 80 standard and available safety and security features, state-of-the-art technology, and an impressive 31 mpg highway. Hurry in and get a great deal at the Jeep Celebration event. The Jeep SUV brand has received more awards on its lifetime than any other SUV brand based on total Q1 2018 SUV sales. EPS unit 4x2, actual mileage may vary. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Alright, so I think that's good for D. Little lowercase d's. E's a bit more of a complex guy right there. E's got a lot going on there. Quite a few swoops and hoops and all sorts of stuff. So, looks like to me that we go around this way. And then bam, bam, looping in that way. Like this. Coming up, loop. And see, this is kind of getting a little messy with it just being so tight together. Let's see. Normally, I think usually what I would do for ease, I would do something like this. Which that's kind of like, feels rather elementary. I kind of like this version a little bit better. It looks a little fancier. Although I think I'm dropping that stroke a little too far down. Oh, that one got really messed up there. It's just about getting that muscle memory down and getting that feeling where the letter should be, and trying to get like a feel for the actual shape, the stroke, and everything. Let's try the little lowercase e's. Should be pretty easy, right? But if only I could get a better setup than this to show this side of the page. So it's just a little hoop, flex down, and then up, letting up. And this ink I'm using currently is Aurora Blue. Great, well-behaved ink that I would recommend for anybody that is nervous about what kind of inks they put in their pen, especially something like a vintage like this. You don't want to gunk it up with something that's not going to behave well or it's going to be hard to clean out of a sack. But thankfully, Aurora Blue, while being saturated and quite a nice, pleasant, vibrant color, does not have any issue with being cleaned out, especially with something like this where this is a lever filler with a sack attached to it. All right, so we got that. Moving on to F. This is going to be a little bit easier now since I'm on the other side of the page. So I got F. We've got the downstroke, which looks like it flares just a little bit as it's coming down, then lets up. So we got that stroke. And then a top. Stroke 1. Stroke 2. And then looks like that. I can't really tell. Maybe it's like that. I think that's how it is. Ugh, I should be getting an F on these Fs here. Not doing too well. It's kind of like I'm just trying to figure out that last crossbar there. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. To me, it just seems weird. That kind of looks good. That was bad. Did not like that one much. I'm just trying to like adjust the camera angle so that I could have it so that you guys could watch it. I'm having a hard time. I think it just may have to come out just adjusting it, so just give me a second here. Let me see if I can just adjust it this way. Taking you all for a little trip. Let's do it this way. Oh. Sorry. I know it's very jarring. Okay. Might be looking at it upside down. Yes, you are. Orientation is locked. Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to get like a good position on this thing so that I could write comfortably and not have to fight with both the camera and writing at the same time. I don't know how I did it last time, but I did it better than I'm doing now, that's for sure. Maybe just do maybe like this. Might be easier, even though the camera's moving. And we did let's go like this. It's a little bit better. I'll just do one more. Okay. Now, this is like one of my favorite lowercase letters, the F. Very easy. Simple, but yet elegant looking. It's all one motion here. So we would have the upstroke coming through here, pressing down, coming up, and then a little cross. So coming up, it's kind of like a bow, like a vertical bow. And you just tie it up. So it's coming up. Stroke down, it's got pressure, and it just comes across that way. I'm just making mine just a little bit on the chunkier side. Because I can. This pen's got some good flexibility on it. It's kind of a nice flowing stroke. Not too much complicated about it. F, 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 F. All right, now G's. I like the capital G. This was a hard one for me too, initially, but I kind of adopted this kind of G more recently. I enjoy the fact that it just feels so much more fluid than I've usually had done G's in the past, where it's kind of like you come up. I'll show you. It's like you come up like this, and then you're like that. Something like that. That would be like a G, or something to this nature would be a G, kind of like the General Mills G you would see on the cereal box. But I like this G a lot more. Just has such a nice flow. I think my piano stuff stopped. Just give me a second. I think maybe because playlist had stopped, I believe. Just ran out of songs. All right, so I got some more songs coming your way. Now, if you're looking to try to use up some extra ink from your 30 days, 30 inks, you're trying to use extra ink for the day, you find yourself with extra left over, this is a good way to let some of that go so you don't have to clear out your whole pen, have to waste anything. Just take out the workbook, start practicing some lettering. Now, G's a nice... I like G's overall. It's a very well-used letter, I would say. It's a very popular letter to write. And, like one of my favorites, I guess, to write. This is a lot of swooping and hooping, you know, some flexing you could do.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? Bump your afternoon slump with Vita Coco. Full of naturally defined electrolytes, nutrients, and coconut goodness. Vita Coco Coconut Water, the perfect way to recharge.
All right, so that is G. So we covered D, E, F, and G, and now it is getting to be about 28 minutes and change, so we're almost at 30, and I think that'll, you know what, let's just complete the H, and then we'll call it a day for nows. So H looks very, very complex, so we got a lot of loops and swoops to do here. Got this guy here hooping around, and then we have like another curve, and this could be like a big old C by itself, and then there's the little dipsy-do that comes over there. And I'm being very technical with these terms. And then this comes over like that. Very complex. Very complex letter. All right, here we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yuck, that was not good. That was actually a pretty good one. Felt good about that. Sometimes it's just about getting that certain flow right. All right. Lowercase h. Yeah, up. Flex on the down, and then flex on. I guess you can flex on the other downstroke to finish off the H and then come up, but it's up to you. You could leave both as like an emphasis there, I guess. Missed that stroke on the way up. There we go. Thank you to whoever left the thumbs up. You're more than kind. It's been a rough video here. Technical difficulties aside, I just feel like I'm not writing nicely today. Just having a hard time trying to get into the flow of things, you know? All right. Well, that is it for right now. I appreciate you guys coming and checking out the Calligra-fun video, part 2. We'll be back for more. I don't know exactly when, but we'll continue onward through the book, go through all of the letters in Copperplate, and do a few sample words. Maybe I'll even get some suggestions from the audience as far as like what words we can write to apply our knowledge of all of the Copperplate letters and put them all together, certain words and phrases. So if you can check out our website here is inkjournal.com, where we put together nice boxes of fountain pen supplies, including a variety of ink samples that are sent out every month, called the Ink Flight, and an accompanying item that will enhance your writing experience, whether it be ink sampling experience or an actual learning how to write or to apply yourself a bit better in the terms of writing to further enjoy the experience of writing. So that is inkjournal.com, and we do the ink flights on a monthly basis. It is not a subscription. Unless you'd like to subscribe, then you could get it every month automatically and be put on the list so you never would miss a box. So without any further ado, I appreciate you guys checking us out, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and appreciate it. And take care. Have a great night, guys.